I like the deck. I don't know exactly how good it is, but it's something I am interested in still working on. Yeah, maybe Spider. I don't see why not. Exile's Giganta too, which is maybe a little bit more relevant. I mean, we did win the... I mean, I guess guys didn't win the game, but we cast it. We got it out of our system. Typhoon just seemed a lot better for, like... Especially like these grindier games where we're just holding up a lot of instant speed mana. Typhoon is just so good to get a threat into play. Get a 2-for-1. Den of the Bugbear, no Luris. Well, I think we've got a pretty dead Stoneforge Mystic. So I might grab Maul of the Skyclaves. I'm gonna grab Batterskull. Let's grab Batterskull. Well, Hayashi Red usually plays a companion. Alright, it's an alive Stoneforge Mystic. This deck. How does anybody win with it? Let me pull up the... We played against Mono Red Eldrazi pretty recently on stream, and we beat them, and they said, I don't get how people win with this deck. I said, your deck or mine, and why they play it. Yeah, mine. I don't know either. I've never lost to it. But it was funny because I was also saying, I don't know why people play Mono Red Eldrazi. The deck is so bad. And then they just like... It was like just like almost immediately after, like, I don't know why people play this deck. It's so bad. It was really funny. Alright, not that worried about Chalice. It wins because of Monkey. Yeah, I mean, it has Monkey and Chalice. Like, these are both good cards, but it's like you have, like, I don't know. What about the Moon Red Eldrazi decks? Don't they usually sideboard it? I don't know, like, Blood Moon in your Eldrazi deck is, like, a little sus. But I know that you have Prismatic Vistas and Waste, so you have 6 ways to get a basic Waste. It's not that bad. Steel Chalice. I'm gonna Spreading Seize the Temple, I think. Could maybe have Seize the Den, but I think I like getting the Temple. Yeah, like I guess yeah, they have four Ragavans, we have 4 Esper Sentinels. We can also exile this, we draw Sentinel. But Sentinel's also not that good against them. Their matchup is probably fine. Their matchup is probably totally fine. Well, I think that they can Chalice on Monkey, right? To get their Monkey through the Chalice, which is kind of like their payoff. So if you're all land, I should probably just Batterskull. An untapped land, I should say. Yikes. How's this deck? I don't know. I'm like 6-0 against Mono Red Eldrazi. I really don't understand how people play it, how people win with it either. I mean, I do. Chalice of the Void is great in Modern, and you can just choose wins with it. And you can draw well. It's definitely a deck with some good nut draws, but it's like a lot less consistent than the mono green version because that deck gets to play so much card selection. Gets to play like 8 Hierarchs too. I don't know. Shocks in Smashing. Are they going to activate Den? Yeah, they are going to activate Den. Den is really good. Yeah, I don't know if the CFB Vegas is going to be streamed. You know, I'm not... I just make articles. I don't sit in on meetings. Just a humble content creator. I mean, how many Braids can they possibly play in the main deck? They already played 1. I guess they can possibly play 4. It's not streamed. They posted today. I thought that was for the... I mean, maybe, I haven't been on Twitter today. That's a big bummer. Am I going to play it? I think so, yeah. I signed up. I'm not 100. I'm like 5% committed to it. You should use buttons instead of clicking everything. Long term, your hand health would be way better, but I guess your habits are habits. Let me just do what I want, man. I appreciate the feedback, but no thanks. I talk a lot with my hands, so I can't just be using my hands for the keyboards. I need to gesture to articulate. So if they have another Batterskull smashing, it's going to be mana value 6. I think I'll name 6. Not that relevant, right? Okay, ban Stoneblade. I mean, this is the issue I have with like bans, right? Is your mana requirements they're so absurd, right? You need green mana on turn 1, white mana on turn 1, green blue on 2, blue blue on 2, green green 1 on 3. It's just your mana requirements are so absurd, and you don't have a triome. So it's like this is probably like the exact spell suite I would play if the mana was perfect, but the mana just is not good at all. You know what I mean? The mana just sucks. So I'm just not that excited to. I'm gonna steal my own germ token. I think so. It's a really big swing. This is so weird to steal this. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, it's just like like it's fine to just say my mana's just not gonna work a decent amount of the time, and it's fine to just be like, I'm just gonna play the most powerful spells. But like, boy, does your mana suck. It's just so bad, and like it doesn't seem like you've misbuilt it at all, but the mana is just not good, and that just kind of is what it is. That being said, in the sideboard, I would definitely play Ashiok over Aethergust if you want a sideboard card for Titan, which is a bad matchup. Ashiok is a much better sideboard card against them for your deck. I like the Force of Vigors. I do like the 2 paths. Yeah, I would probably play Emrakul over Gaia's Blessing, but those are like really the only things I'd change. But that's the problem, man. The mana is just so bad. I think you've built it like the mana looked as good as you could possibly build it, but it's still just not that good. So I'm not sure if I have exactly enough sideboard cards to bring in. I can bring in these Typhoons. I can play like 1 Flusterstorm for like Stomp and Braid, that kind of stuff. Maybe 2. I think the Forces are probably fine. Yeah, don't want Prelate. I guess I could just play Esper Sentinels. What would make Bant a Triumph would be a really big step in the right direction for Bant, but it doesn't just solve all the problems. But a Bant Triumph is like a really big step in the right direction. Okay, this can kind of stinks. I'm gonna keep. Let's put back the Force, I guess. Now let's go to 5. Yeah, this hand's way better. Yeah, this also blocks Ragavan. Maybe we should be having 4 in the deck. How about Astrolabe? Well, Astrolabe should never be unbanned, so it's like not really a conversation. Dude, Displacer is so bad. Or Obligator is so bad. It's just like, I don't know, man. Obligator has been really unimpressive for me whenever I've seen it cast. Obviously, it has some good moments, but I'm just blocking. Post says I gotta go to work, so let's make it fast. Okay. Well, I have 4 more minutes on the clock than you. But deal, I'll play as quick as I can. I think I have to play this to have Counterspell up. This would have been so good in the opening hand. Cards like Stoneforge and Dread Arcanist are great in Legacy. Stoneforge not as good in blue-white shells. Is Stoneforge really good in white shells? Stoneforge is not as good in Modern as you might think. Not that bad either. But yeah, like just the creatures in general tend to be like way more fragile in Modern. I think I Kaldra here to play around a Braid. Can't Force of Negation a Fury. They pitched another Blood Moon. Interesting. Where's my subtlety? I think they just had to go to work. Alright, let's keep this. Tax deductible vacation? Maybe? I don't think so. Maybe. Stream for Vegas? Probably not. I really want to go and just enjoy the tournament. I don't really necessarily, you know, obviously I'll say hi to people and stuff, but I'm not going to really turn it into content, I don't think. Although then it's tax deductible. Then it's tax deductible. All right, we're going to stream it. You could easily clear business trips for my taxes. Yeah, but isn't that, you know, unethical? GoPro, yeah. I was thinking about this. I didn't know if I wanted to announce it, but as long as we're clear, I'm also not committed to this idea I've had. I don't think I'm solituding here. Yeah, this is not a commitment, but I was thinking about maybe doing some kind of poll. Hold on. I was thinking about maybe doing some kind of poll to... Oh, sorry. I'm not explaining this very well. So I was thinking that I could choose like 5 costumes, and I could choose how chat could donate for the costume they like the most, and then all the money would go to charity, a charity of our choice or my choice or something. And then I'll wear that costume at GP Vegas, and I'll buy the costume not using the donation money. So you can pick a charity. I could pick 5 costumes, and then chat could donate for the one they like, and I'll wear it for the Saturday portion of the event. We play it on 2 or 3. Probably on 1, because like Prelate on 3 also messes us up a bit. So I think that would be fun. I'm not committed to doing it. I was just talking about it with Esther a bit. But I think they would probably have to be buyable costumes rather than ones I make. But maybe I could like commission somebody. Maybe I should have, you know, Solitude this. Commissioning a good costume is pretty pricey. Yeah, well maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look into it, but you know, like that like is kind of like maybe my contribution to the charity, right? Is I pay for the costume. Could be a close one. I played against Burn twice last night with this deck. I ended up liking the matchup. I have a Naruto headband. I got that one covered. So I'm thinking that maybe I need to be able to Solitude my own Batterskull here. I'm drawing Counterspell. Alright, I think that should be... That probably makes me just want to Solitude the guide. We could be at 11 life if I had done it immediately, but then we were just so cold to Eidolon. But maybe that was the line all along, I'm not sure. My opponent also, they should have bolted me on their turn. They just let me draw an extra card, which actually happened last night too when I played this matchup. Or Kakashi face mask. Yeah, Kakashi, I was thinking that would be a really good choice for costume because it already has a mask. You know, I'd wear like a real mask underneath too, probably. But I figure it's some like, you know, more safe setup than just like a, you know, costume mask. But I think it would be good for the costume choice because of that. Obito, yeah. Dino just died? What? I'm watching right now. Oh no, I missed it. Wait, is it the wall glitch? Dude, yeah, the Demon Souls remake is so glitchy. Hob died several times. Give us some kind words. Alright, so Searing Blaze, ping, then I get to go Counterspell. Hold up Counterspell and put in Batterskull. This matchup feels like it's just a classic. Just a classic. Yeah, like Hob has lost so many runs to Demon Souls because of glitches. It's just brutal. I don't think I need to counter this. If you get reinforced buffs to the safest mass, that's good to know. I'll definitely like do a lot of research on it. Again, I'm not like committed to this, especially because like I'm going with Esther, who like if she has like stuff planned that I can't go do in a costume, then it might just not be able to work out. But I don't want to commit to like this charity thing and then debate people. But it'll probably work out. I'm just again not 100% committed to that. Why not play OG Demon Souls? I think it's because people just don't want to watch it. It's like mostly just like what's popular on Twitch consideration, I think. I could be wrong. But I do think original Demon Souls is less glitchy. That is my impression as well. Spreading Sea is pretty good in this matchup. So we want the Flusterstorms, and then I think when I played this matchup last night, I got the Rest in Peace, the 4th Mystic, and then the Maul. Maybe I should just maybe I could keep all 4 Mystics and cut the Maul, and oh, sorry, not cut a Prelate, cut a Teferi. I don't think I want 3. The Mystic, I guess, is pretty good. Yeah, you guys should go give Dino a follow. He lost his God Run today. His God Run 2 today. But he'll get it at some point, for sure. Type exclamation point Dino in chat. Yeah, Gusari's for Hammer Time. I think it's worth playing. It's obviously a little narrow. I think I keep this on the draw against Burn. Obviously, it's really soft to a very creature-heavy draw, but this mana base is completely painless, and Spreading Seas can be really good against them. What is the God Run? So the God Run in Dark Souls is beating Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, and Demon Souls in a row without taking a single hit. The God Run, which Dino has done, Dino's also done it without leveling up his character a single time, which is incredible. And now he's attempting the God Run 2, which is those games, and Sekiro, which is the hardest game to no-hit of all of them. It's a newer game. It's very intense. No Eidolon, we're good shape. Okay, that's fine. Not that worried about it. It's a good draw. Yeah, it's a real struggle. It takes years and years of grinding to like master the games and learn everything. It's a long effort. But it's great to watch. Yeah, Sentinel's so good. Who'd want to do them to themselves? I mean, people like challenges, right? It's also like he's a full-time streamer, you know, and so this is, you know, his gig. Should I Spreading Seas or hold up Charm here? I kind of like I guess I should maybe not have played the land yet, but I think I just like cutting them off white mana. Cut them off red mana. I don't know about Spreading Seas. I think Spreading Seas is really good. It's a big part of the reason why I'm playing the deck today. Yeah, this Painless mana draw has been really nice too to have. Another Prismatic Ending. Yeah, I might just not fetch this game, so I'm gonna just play my island here. Have I tried Sunset Revelry? I've played it in Modern, and I have liked it in Modern. My issue with Sunset Revelry is, in this deck at least, is I think it would be good. You could maybe main deck it, but out of the sideboard, I found the burn matchup to be favorable, so I don't think you need to sideboard it. Alright, flooding out a little bit. Is Stoneforge deck playable? Is this Stoneforge playable? I've posted a link in chat, I'll take a look. Did I just make MTG bot a mod and make browser source for overlay? Yeah, it's a browser source for the overlay. I don't really remember how it works, like, because I just set everything up so long ago. That's just kind of how it usually goes. Alright, let's play around a second Smash by waiting a turn to go Batterskull with Counterspell up. It's going to take 3 from the Rift Bolts. I can't imagine that this is good. Okay, one, like, don't put Emeria in your deck. You have 7 planes in your entire deck. I don't know why people play these Emeria decks and they have a million non-planes. It's like, you're never getting to trigger Emeria anyways, but you're definitely not doing it if when you play a million non-planes. It makes no sense to me. But yeah, I would say this deck is, the curve is probably far too high. You probably need to pick a lane, be a Tron deck or be a Stoneblade deck. I guess Yorion lets you just smush it both together. But I wouldn't imagine it's, like, particularly good at the moment now. I mean, we have Prismatic Ending as a good answer to this. But yeah, you really have to pick a lane there, I think. I don't imagine that would be a good shell at the moment. So now I need to decide if I can afford to wait on the Batterskull or not. I think I can. I think I have to. I just can't. I kind of feel like they have another Smash. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think I can. Like we might need to top deck something. Okay, I need to counter this. Yeah, the Batterskull would have lost to that. Pretty floody. Oh, I could have played around Smash by playing the untapped land. Okay, that was a yeah. I forgot to keep up the skull activation. I'm so I haven't played this matchup in a long time. Well, that's not true. I played it twice last night, but I forgot. Hey, my opponent hasn't killed me yet. Now they've killed me. Yeah, we might have won that one. Feels really bad. Obviously, just kind of a bonehead thing to miss. Let's go to game 3. Floppy 4 months. Why not play the untapped land? Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a mistake, chat. You know why not. You know why not. Put back a land, or do I put back the storm? I think I'll put back the land. It's like really, because they like smash the smithering my Sentinel last game on turn 2, so if we go like ending a creature into hold up storm, and they go like smash or Searing Blaze again, it's really good for us. Drew land. Blossoming Calm is in the Phoenix sideboard for burn, which is pretty popular at the moment, and countering endurance CTBs. Yeah, I might steal the Swift Spear. We'll see. Might need to draw too. Sentinel's been really, really good. It's a great card on the format. I think it's one of the main reasons to play this deck. Okay, so they messed up. This trigger is resolving now, and they didn't fetch in response. So I just get to draw a card. Yeah, they need to fetch before the trigger resolves. I think I'm gonna Flusterstorm. Rift Bolt suspended. Okay, might be a good turn to steal the Swift Spear. I do feel a little light on gas. think we have to steal, though. Steal then Flusterstorm. I think I'm going to save Flusterstorm for Searing Blaze or Smash. I'm a bit worried about Luris. Can't Flusterstorm that, but, you know, we do have a clock in play. This is a symmetrical effect. I'm going to draw 2 main phase. Feels kind of weird. Also feels weird to grab Kaldra here, but I think it's correct. Yeah, if we make them point a burn spell on Stoneforge Mystic, that's just going to be so hard for them to win this race. Just Fetch Sanctuary? Oh man, I haven't Fetched Sanctuary in so long. I keep forgetting. I haven't remembered to fetch Mystic Sanctuary in months. That joke was so popular for a while. They play Vantage. Main phase Skullcrack. You gonna pay? Yeah, alright, game over. Are they just dead this turn? I think they go to 1 and then die to the Vortex trigger. Yeah. Keep the Flusterstorm up. Yeah, I found that matchup to be pretty good. I'm 3-0. I've only put this is only a 3rd league with this version of the deck, but I lost playing for 5-0 with this deck last night, and 2 of those matches were burned. And so, like, I think Sunset Revelry would be like a good sideboard card in this deck, but I just don't think you need a sideboard card for burn. So I play other games usually in my free time. Is Underworld Creature the only card banned in Legacy and Pioneer, but not Modern? So a good question. I think so, because the Delve spells are banned in Legacy and Modern, but not Pioneer. Yeah, I think so. Am I going to Vegas? Yeah, I think so. It's pretty exciting. Alright, so I think the Tron matchup's good. Remain decking 4 Spreading Seas. Sentinel's pretty good against them too. We have a lot of counter magic, but I did lose playing against Tron 4x5-0 yesterday, so is certainly a losable matchup. Guess I could have maybe played this to bluff counter magic. Yeah, Channel Fireball's hosting a tournament in Vegas. What am I naming with Prelate? 4? I think 4. Because they could be Eldrazi Tron. And both decks play 4 card the Great Creators, you know. Like, this isn't definitely Mono Green Tron. Name 7. I don't know. They don't even play 4 card Liberateds always. We could even name 1 if we did think this is E-Tron, but the fact that this could be or if we knew for sure this was Green Tron. But I think we're supposed to name 4. Okay, that's a good draw. Well, they got Urza's Mine, so whoops. We can bounce this next turn. Any Urza's Miners in the chat? Nope. Oblivion Stone looking pretty good though. Should I bounce the Oblivion Stone? Probably have to bounce Wormcoil. No attacks? Alright, let's Prismatic Ending the Stone. Shout out to the Steam vents over the Triumph, by the way. For us to be more scared of big card. Well, we didn't know if this was Mono Green Tron or Eldrazi Tron, so 4 seemed like a safer hedge. Obviously, it's just a gamble either way. But we're probably not beating either. Flood, flood, flood. Alright, I think it's just replay the Wormcoil. Can I draw Counterspell, Spreading Seas? Something. Yeah, that's some floody games today. They definitely should tap mine, not tower here. Yeah, I think they realize. Yeah, I only have 22 lands. Yeah. Someone in chat was like, you only have 22 lands? Have you had mana issues? Of course. Of course I've had mana issues. Wait, did they already play a land that turn? Or this turn? No, they haven't. Wait, they're not playing their land, though. What am I missing? Why didn't they play their mine? So I can get Maul and put it on the Batterskull, attack for 6. I think I have a good blocker for Wormcoil. Or I can get Kaldra and equip Batterskull onto this and maybe draw a card. I think I'm just going to go for the Maul. To protect it from seas, but they're already vulnerable to seas. I just seized the power plant. Ted, thank you for 10 months. My opponent says I have no clue what you're playing. Probably reading a bit too much into it. So they have Ugin. Am I gonna test Zombie again, or do you think it's simply not competitive? I think it's. I like the deck. Doomwake tries trophied a couple times with his version. Deck is somewhat playable, I think. But Doomwake's been streaming it a lot, so I just kind of, don't want to step on his toes too much. That's a good response, Bata. They target the Batterskull, which I can bounce. Remember this time. Shark Typhoons are for mostly like blue matchups when you need to side out all these Spreading Seas and Prismatic Endings. You need sideboard cards for those matchups. I'll bring them in against Tron too. Have the instant speed threat while I hold up counter magic. Could maybe Solitude this. Put it roasting me, asking if it's a donation deck. I think I like Flusterstorm more than Teferi. I'll play 2 Teferi, 1 or 2 Flusterstorm, 1 Teferi. Probably 6 months. Appreciate ya. Yeah, my opponent's playing a sick brew of their own. Let's keep this. Yeah, I'm teasing you. I don't think he's roasting. He's definitely roasting a little, or they're definitely roasting a little bit. It's fine. Get roasted every once in a while. Don't love this hand. I'm gonna mulligan. Yeah, I like this hand a lot more. I'm trying to think if I just put back Kaldra, get it with the Mystic, or if I'm going to maybe want to get Feast and Famine with the Mystic and put back Ending. I guess I wanted to play, so Ending is I was putting back the Ending, I think. Opponent's mulled to 6. Well, I got the Solitude. Solitude's not good against Tron. I know, you don't want to get to the point where you're having to exile Wormcoil and Ulamog. Like, you can counter those cards and move on with your life. But, you're not, the amount of life they gain, too, is so relevant. I just don't think that's a winning line. It's really never a line I've liked. Am I gonna play the showcase tomorrow? I didn't realize tomorrow was the showcase, but yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't think I have Force Stirring. It's probably Force Scrying though. Find a power plant. Play a star. Go, Kaldra, go. It's Trump at B. I think this matchup should be really good. We have 4 main deck Spreading Seas. The Prismatic Endings are really good. Sentinel's really good against them. We have Force of Negation. All this counter magic. But it's still Tron, you know. You could just lose. Alright, let's draw Mistigate, Spreading Seas, Force of Negation. A lot of good draws here. Yikes. Can beat Worm Coil. That's about it. Mana Leak better here. Gifts is better than Memory Delusion Reanimator, I have to imagine. Alright, I don't think we can beat Ugin. I'll play it out though. Or maybe I won't. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I did lose to Tron playing for the 5-0 last night, but I'm not that worried about the matchup. Opponents reveal Luris. We're on the play. I don't love this hand, although Prelate's usually pretty good against Luris decks. Let's keep. None of them do enough against Tron, though. I mean, 4 main deck Spreading Seas. I mean, it's not even... None of them do enough? I'm confused by the statement. It's like, it's not any singular card by itself is winning the matchup, but this is a lot of cards that are good against the Tron deck. I'm just kidding, gotcha. They're playing Burn again? No. Mardu? Not gonna force this. Yeah, we were on a Donut deck, so it doesn't matter. And they take the Prelate. Not super surprising. It's a pretty good draw, though. I should have used the Delta. Let me grab the Maul. Maybe I should grab Kaldra because we have Force. But I'm not sure that I want to Force to protect the Mystic if they use a 1-mana removal spell, because we just kind of lose if they have 2 1-mana removal spells. Yeah, we switch from Breeding Pool to Vince because of our specifically against the Tron matchup. If they have a Yavimaya, we can Prismatic Ending X equals 4. Yeah, I just don't think we can afford to Force here. They're Mardu, you know, they're just or they're red-black. They're just the removal spell deck. Is this Luris in hand, maybe? Yeah, seems like their hand is likely to be very reactive here. Nice that we get to draw 2 here. Nice that we have a counterspell up for their Luris. So if they have a discard spell, it's way better for us to play the Teferi. Teferi is also really bad against heat. So it's kind of lose-lose. I think I'll just pass. If my opponent plays a discard spell, I could force pitch Teferi and then leave counterspell up for Luris, but then it's so obvious I have a counterspell up for Luris, they'll never jam it. But now we get to go Teferi, hold up counterspell, and I'll probably just immediately draw a card. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, let's Spreading Seas. I don't think it matters too much what we hit here. Probably one of the blacks. Look at the Godless Shrine. But this will let me minus on the Spreading Seas next turn with Teferi. I actually get to draw a card out of the deal. This makes it way harder for them to go discard spell into Luris. Yeah, here they're casting the discard spell, but because we got their black source, they can't also Luris. So I think I like forcing this. Oh no, what am I talking about? They have the stupid Sacred Foundry. It's also a white card. Guess we just bounce the Luris, counter on the way down. What was that still the correct line, maybe? Probably not. Another Spreading Seas is kind of funny. Not good, really, just funny. No on Earth, please. Shadow. This might be their only other white source in the deck. I guess if I don't ending this, then draw a discard spell, it could be a big disaster. We also might get to hardcast Force on something here. Okay, they can't escape. Discard the Force of Negation. They can escape next turn, though. Yeah, Crooks are definitely scary. Prelate does not stop Croxa. I guess I'll still Prelate on one. And then they escape Croxa, we discard Maul. Yeah, Kaldra would have been better this game. Just attack it, or cast it, and probably win. Because they're shut off of white mana. We could maybe, like, chump Croxa with Batterskull, equip onto the Prelate, attack for 6. This would be draw just like another ending. Ending isn't good against Tron unless you're turn 1 hitting Mapper Star. Yeah, you almost always get to do that, right? Like against Mapper Star, like they have so many 1 mana artifacts that you get to ending. Ending is pretty good against Tron. You'd also sometimes ending O-Stone when you have Spreading Seas, right? Pretty good too. Okay, I'm down. Especially because they just don't have any white mana here. They might not have any more white mana. Yeah, I don't think they have any more white sources in their deck. So they can't ending. Let's go. What a rip. So probably want the second Rest in Peace at least. Feast and Famine over Maul. At least 1 explosives. Maybe 2. Don't like Force of Negation. I'm maybe interested in second explosives over 4th Counterspell. They're just submitting this. Sentinel's been really good. Sentinel's really underplayed in the format. Sentinel's, I think, one of the main reasons to play this deck. Alright, pretty good hand. Sentinel's usually great against these red-black X decks. Have two mana Stone Rains. Not exactly. Yeah, but if they have land plus 1 mana removal spell, could be in bad shape. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to Solitude the Ragavan. What do you think of Storm in the current meta? I like Twiddle Storm more than traditional Gift Storm. I think that deck is more powerful, more resilient to removal. Just generally the better of the 2 decks. I didn't say blue. Are they not playing Dress Down? They're playing Mardu. So I guess I might just pitch that to Solitude. Going after their white sources pretty aggressively was really good last game. Got deck tech for turn. I don't don't like these Tide Shapers. I'll say. I think the Tide Shaper seems pretty weak. You could probably play Spreading Seas. I know it's a Namba with Thalia, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Am I gonna Solitude pitch Ending or Rest in Peace? I think I'll pitch the Ending. Definitely close. Bob, thank you for the 5-pack. That's really nice of you. Yeah, I mean, these decks are always hard to wrap your head around. I'm not a big fan of Benevolent Spirit or Benevolent Hermit. I think the card's like very easy to play around, very slow, kind of a low power level. You know, Spreading Seas also has good synergy with Yorion, which is nice. Alright, great draw. I like Cave of the Frost Dragon a lot. Yeah, I'm just not sure. You can maybe play. I'm just gonna draw 2 in response. You can maybe play main deck Meddling Mage. I think that main deck Meddling Mage is not terrible, but I would like to see it over at the Hermit for that kind of interactive spot. I like the Ranger Captains a lot. Maybe play like 1 Dock Hands. I don't know. I'm not very good at these Taxus lists. I would probably main deck Archon of the Mary. I think that card's fine. Don't love those in the sideboard. You can maybe main deck a 4th equipment too. I think in Yorion decks in the past, I've liked the 4th equipment. Just kind of some loose thoughts. Definitely not my area of expertise. Do you like 80 card Vial decks? Well, people like them. They're fine. They're not terrible. Love to draw another Spreading Seas. We shouldn't be on 21 lands, should we? I think we should be on 22. It's fine. We'll just draw Kaldra again. They could have a Death Shadow stranded in their hands, so this attack is a little risky. It also kind of plays around Dash Ragavan. Are they letting me draw a card? Thank you, opponent. So they can get Luris Bobble going now. We need to draw something. Something. Or just win game 3, I guess. Guess that's something. Or it's the start of something, perhaps. That's not too bad either. I'll hold the Fountain in my hand for Kroxa or Kolagon's Command. I could have maybe bounced Spreading Seas there, too. Probably not correct. Also nice to get this permanently exiled too, of course. Not sure if I should play the land or again hold it for Kroxa. I think I'll hold it one more turn. Not gonna let them get another bobble, just main phase the Solitude. They have 6 cards in their hand. We're at least pretty ahead on board. It's also nice knowing that if we ever draw another Spreading Seas, we just cut them off of white mana the rest of the game. Spreading Seas is also pretty good against Kroxa. Yeah, punished for not playing the land. We can theoretically bounce Solitude next turn to exile Kroxa if it's still alive. I think they're thinking about killing it right now. Killing it or killing Teferi would be my guess what this decision point is. Pence is thinking. Figured. Good morning, Forged. Imagine how good a blue-white escape payoff would be. I mean, it's only as good as it is, you know what I mean? Like, there are blue and white... Like, there is a white escape card. There's a blue escape card. They return Kroxa to their hand and kill Solitude. So I can Prismatic Ending Kroxa with the trigger on the stack. You know what I mean? It's like... People like really often evaluate cards by their mechanics rather than evaluating them on what they actually do. But I don't think you're supposed to evaluate any card by its mechanic. I mean, it's a blue-white Theros Titan. Yeah, but even then, like, you could design a blue-white Theros Titan that's no good, and you could design one that's too good. Like, you know, it would just have to. It doesn't necessarily matter that it has escape. You know what I mean? I think I played this out on one. It's like just so bad for us if they shadow and I attack with cave, or if they discard the explosives and have shadow. I guess I would say Uro's a star magic card. Yeah, if there was a blue-white Uro, if Uro was blue-white, it would be very good. I agree. No. I was gonna bounce the seas. I was gonna have a great turn. All right. If Kaya's Guile, the hand's pretty stacked. They're down to just one card though. Man, Teferi was such a good draw there. Okay, this is nice. No more white spells for you. Not that they probably have that many more, but they don't have any. We saw game one, they don't have any more white sources. I guess I could play around another Kolaghan's Command by holding this, but playing it out plays around Kroxa better. Just kind of a wash. They also might play around Counter Magic. Alright, that's not too bad. Technically winning the race. Not if they double bolt me. I think we're still winning even if they just bolt me once. Definitely name one here. Like, we have 3 mana spells to draw into. We probably have more than them. And they've already cast 3 Kolaghan's Commands and a Kaya's Guile, so they have to be running low. But we just have to block here, so kind of a wash. I think we have to block there. I think we're getting bolted in response. Down to 4. So now we're losing the race. Alright, we draw a Prelate, they draw a Ragavan, we draw a Prelate, they draw a Ragavan. It's pretty good. They've already cast 3 Kolaghan's Commands. They can't Prismatic Ending either. They, like, straight up cannot... I guess they could have explosives to unlock their white mana, but... Let's go. Deck's feeling pretty good. Oh, yeah. People think Prelate is all spells. It's only non-creature, which is why we're playing Prelate and Esper Sentinel. Playing against a Lurrus deck. I guess we can keep this. Every time to sit between Black Red Lurrus and Murktide. I like both are very close. I think that I prefer Black Red Lurrus at the moment because there's a lot of Chalice to the Voids in the format, and like Black Red is way better against Murktide or against Chalice than Murktide is. It's just night and day. So that's my recommendation. That being said, it's entirely possible that Murktide is supposed to splash white for ending. You missed Junsack. I might play Junsack tomorrow in the showcase. We'll see. Don't hate that one. They have mono black Lurrus deck? 2 natural swamps. That's adding Fury and Junsack. I mean, it's not a hit for Coco. I don't think you can. You could maybe cut Ren and 6 for it, but I don't know if you can. I don't know if it would be good if you could. You feel me? Get Maul. I think I saw 2 pitch Prelate because I just like a little clunky here. I'm not sure it's even good against their deck. Murktide with Prismatic Ending will cut heat. I mean, you have flex spots. But you would like, yeah, you'll probably play like a 3-3-3 split of your 1-mana removals. Maybe play 8 total 1-mana removal spells. I'm not sure exactly how you should build it. Bob and Voidwalker. Voidwalker's not that good against us, I think. I guess it's good if they hit my Batterskull. But then they can't ever activate the bounce. Or it goes to my hand. Yeah, I think they're just mono black Lurrus, which is pretty cool. Oh no, they probably have a bunch of Turoks in their deck, right? And then Turok is gonna be great against my white deck. The deck take white black Murktide splashing white. I always feel like the deck short up the matchups for Blue Found. Yeah, that's my impression of it too. I think I remember seeing that deck tech and liking the idea. They call me Cuban Peatland. Am I attacking? I think so. Yeah, Maul's pretty good on Esper Sentinel. They reveal like Noble Hierarchy, so they're actually, I guess they're black-green, and they have just drawn all of their swamps. How many swamps are they playing? Maybe 4? What's my favorite breakfast? I don't know if I have a favorite. I like a lot of breakfast food, you know. Not really much of a favorite guy. Just kind of like things or dislike things. Pross gifting 2 subs. That's really nice of you. Alright, I'm going to play Batterskull. I know holding up Counterspell might be good. Inquisition revealed. Could I has deck tech? Sure. If you post a link in chat, you can. Yeah, breakfast with friends. What's on sale? This is Maul the Skyclaves, an equipment from. I don't remember the name of the news in the car set. Are they gonna pay 3? Esper thing, interesting. Okay, well, Teferi Time Raveler is not worth losing Lurrus as a companion. Especially when you're I don't understand also like you've left the baubles in which are just there for Lurrus, and you've cut the Lurrus, so that needs to get back in there. Really, really badly. I would probably be playing 3 Snapcasters just over the Teferis. I do like the endings. I think splashing white for ending is maybe good. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to like really think about it, but I like the idea of splashing. They did let me draw a card. Alright, so I kind of want to play around push by just attacking here. Could equip over. Yeah, I think I just go -2 Teferis, +2 Snapcasters. I like the endings. You gotta cut the Teferi for the sideboard for the Lurrus. I don't really like these discard spells so much. I'd like to see those probably be Flusterstorms instead in the sideboard. I like the Vindicates. I like the Damnation. Alright, I think those are my main thoughts. Can you check this one? I do deck text for $10 or 2 gifted subs or channel points. They got another one for J Minor. They did reveal Fatal Push, which I have Force for. Maybe I should just play this post-combat, though. maybe not. And then just kind of the same idea, just Sky Murktide. Okay, so one thing is, I don't think that you want to play Teferi in the main. I think it's a fine sideboard card, but I think you're already kind of slowing your deck down a little bit with the endings. Not a ton, but like your mana is a bit slower, so I don't think you also want to play Teferi. And I also like, I think you want at least 6 total counterspells. I would play the 4th Ragavan over Snapcaster. Yeah, I'd go -2 Teferis. Probably play 3rd Charm, 4th Counterspell. I probably wouldn't play Serum Visions. And then I would probably play the 3rd Heat or potentially the 4th Ending. Or maybe you could maybe go 3-3-3 split. Or you already have 9. Yeah, maybe 3 Bolts, 3 Ending, 3 Heat is a good split. And so, yeah, so minus these 2 fairies for the counter magic. Snapcaster for 4th Ragavan. I don't like Disdainful Stroke. I don't really feel like that card is playable in Modern right now. I don't like the sideboard Mentors unless like I like sideboard Monastery Mentor if you understand that if you sideboard Monastery Mentor, you're really mostly just doing it for fun. You know what I mean? Like Monastery Mentor is like a really fun sideboard card to play with. It is not good. I like the Wear Tears though. You need more sideboard hate for Cascade matchups. I think just as a whole, people don't play enough. Like these need to be Flusterstorms. This probably needs to be Flusterstorm. You have a decent Tron matchup. You don't need to play like Disdainful Stroke. Sideboard's a bit outdated. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna force this. We know the last card's push. They could have countered. They could have countered there. So I play Prelate, and then they push the Sentinel. It's fine. Opponents sleep at the wheel, I guess. So I've got something here that they can get. Oh, they could have also countered the Prelate with the Voidwalker. They could have also countered the Prelate. Big events that I must choose between Jund Sacrifice, Mono Red Eldrazi, Black Red Yawgmoth. Don't play Mono Eldrazi. That deck is a scam. And between Black Green, and Yawgmoth, I would say choose the one that you're more familiar with, because those decks both reward experience. But if you feel that you're really experienced with both, then I would recommend playing Jund Sacrifice. Alright, so the hand is Fatal Push, Bloodchief's Thirst. So I don't need to hold the Batterskull activation. Dude, Sentinel is... This card is so strong. Stoneblade's been feeling pretty good. I played a league last night. I lost for 5-0. We 3-2'd our last league, but probably could have been a 4-1. Now I think we're about to be 4-1 again. Do I want Rest in Peace against them? I probably won at least one. I imagine they were playing Tarmogoyf. I don't want Forces. I'm going to play like just 2 Sharks in that spot. What kind of Prelate? Yeah, fun donation deck, huh? Shark was there for Tron Titan. Yeah, it's just like... It's not the best card for Tron. It's not the best card for Titan. It's okay against both. But also, like... Your list was playing 3 counterspells in the main, and then a sideboard Disdainful Stroke. Why wouldn't you just have the 4th counterspell on the board too? Damn it, Dan, 20 months, thank you. It's like just counterspell is so much better than them both. But I get it, just an out-of-date sideboard. Is Mono Red Eldrazi scam? Is Mono Green Eldrazi okay? I think it's okay. Like, what I like about Mono Green compared to Mono Red is you have a really high degree of card selection. The Hierarchs are also really, really strong in the deck as well. And just like, yeah, the card selection is feels so good in that shell. But I mean, I don't think that Mono Green Eldrazi is like an insane modern deck, but I think it's better than Mono Red. Prelate's been pretty good. It's really nice to get to play like Sentinel and Prelate where you can't play Chalice and Sentinel. Yeah, Sentinel is a back breaking for a lot of decks. Have I seen the Dino clip? I haven't seen the clip. I was listening to him while I was streaming. How bad is it? I might keep this on the draw. What do you guys think about keeping this on the draw? I think so. They're pretty soft to Sentinel. We have Ending for Hierarch. They have Mold to 6. I think this is fine. Been flooding out all day, right? I think the mana engine is good enough to try Hostile Hotel. No, you can't play Hostile Hotel in your Rin and 6 Croxa Blood Gas deck. It's also like the payoff is just not that high either. I'm going to keep Teferi in. Add 2 Snap, cut the 4 Mishra. What can I do with the 4 free slots? 2 free slots. 4th thing, 4th Dressstone. I kind of like 3/3 more. I like 1 Spell Pierce. Not sure. Play 3rd Teferi in the main. Like if you really want to be on Teferi over Lurish, I think you just maybe main deck that 3rd copy. The endings are at least good against this. We'll easily draw our 2nd land here, of course. We'll easily draw our 2nd land next turn. I had to cut Sentinels and Taxes because despite being very good, it never saw the dawn of the following turn. Too many cheap removal spells. Sentinel is really good against cheap removal spells, just like I said. Sentinel is really good against cheap removal spells because they either have to let you draw a card or they have to spend 2 mana to kill your 1 mana creature, which is always a good exchange for you. Cutting Sentinel because there's too much good removal in your Taxes deck, which is fragile to removal anyways, is not a good argument. Yes, we're getting it. You guys are getting yelled at. That you want them to spend 2 mana to remove it. That's good for you. You guys want to steal? I know you do, but should we? I was going to Teferi Bounds. Lost to Tron. Main decking, Force Spreading Seas, have Force of Negation. Lose to Tron, it's fine, right? Just took the L. Yeah, now we can steal it later. I think we'll use the ending. I just draw 2 here. They can't take the Typhoon, so I just like make sure I get my 2-for-1. And then I can take one of my 1-for-1s. I guess this is a 2-for-1. Oh, they can't take this. They have to take one of these 2. Remember when we kept this 1-lander? Yeah, Lurrus in the hand. I think we're going to 4-1 this league. I've been liking this deck a lot. I'll probably play at least 1 more league with this today. Will we hardcast the Typhoon? Maybe. We don't really have any spells to back it up. Why the Prelate on Chalice? You can play Esper Sentinel, because Sentinel doesn't stop creature spells. It's also kind of nice that like Chalice is bad in the control mirrors now, because they're all playing Chalice themselves. But like Prelate is like you can name like 4 or 5. Against opposing control decks, and then all of a sudden you've got like your Chalice effect is good in that matchup, which is a pretty big dynamic. Where because right now Chalice is like straight up not good in the control mirror, and so like it's almost a dead card. And in those and not that this is like a full control deck, but to have your Chalice effect not be dead in the control mirror is a pretty big deal. I'll hardcast the Typhoon. I'll give the people what they want. Are DRC decks still good? Yeah, of course. I don't think they're ever really going to be bad. Are Drown and Deck and Shadow Slayer worth moving to Esper Blade? No. At least not Drown. Dakin's very good. I started this list wanting to splash black for Dakin, but like your mana requirements are not easy in this deck, where you have 8 white mana 1-drops, 4 counterspells, 4 charms. It's definitely doable in 2 colors. Splashing even just Dakin, which is like pretty easy to splash. Even just splashing Dakin is gonna not be free, and I don't think it's gonna be correct. Yeah, bounce the Typhoon and cycle. I might against Turok. Never mind. That share blue-white control list. I mean, these are like very common blue-white control decks from Wafu and Deceive. I haven't been playing a lot of those versions, but they're very popular. And it's either I Google them for you or you Google them, and I'm gonna make you Google them. Pretty good. Pretty good. Solitude on a flying. Let's investigate. Let's investigate. Doesn't really look like it has flying, right? It looks like it's emerging from the earth in a crackling beam of exiling energy, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it's flying to me. Looks like wings? I feel like this is just, white mana. Alright, they've resolved our Confidant. Yeah, Turok has pro-white, so we can't attack with our Solitudes very well. Alright, chat, don't say I never gave you anything. Don't say I never gave you anything. Consider a copy of Resurgent Belief and Shark Typhoon heavy decks. You need to build a bit more around Believe. But Believe is a pretty strong card. You could build around it. In before Maelstrom Pulse, I guess. Memory Days looking hot, yes. Where's my Sphinx's Revelations? Oh, if we draw Prismatic Ending, we actually get to dump all of our mana into the ending to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 8/8 sharks. So I get Prismatic Ending, I think, is the best draw. It's even worse than Maelstrom Pulse. I'm a little shocked they have that in their deck, but whatever. At least Lurrus is exiled. At least Lurrus is exiled. If they attack with this, we also get to attack with Solitudes, which is a big problem for them because they're at 10. They've got Bob. Although maybe I'll exile Bob instead of Voidwalker. I'm not sure. Let's just draw some spells, huh? Oh yeah, dude. I missed Logic Nodding with Typhoon in play. They probably just jump with Bob. Well, it would be a trade, but yeah. Yeah. But now they can't. Alright, so 7 and 3 on the day. I'm going to run it back. I'm liking the deck a lot. One of Pawns. Colder, thank you for 13 months. I'm liking the deck a lot. I lost playing for 5-0 last night.